Hey, what's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and seeing as there is only one more week until Borderlands 3 is finally in our hands, I thought I'd make a video covering everything new. Many things have stayed the same from the last entry in the series, but a lot has changed as well. So let's dive in. First of all, there are 4 new Vault Hunters, a staple for the series. This time around, we have Amara the Siren. Gifted with powerful siren abilities, Amara is a renowned champion of the people and bona fide badass. Using her action skills, she can phase slam the ground to damage nearby enemies and knock them into the air. Phase grasp enemies in place with a giant ethereal fist, or even phase cast an astral projection of herself that deals damage to everything in its path. Zane the Operative. Born into Pandora's notorious Flint family, Zane is a semi-retired corporate hitman who always has a gadget up his sleeve. His action skills include a sentinel drone that flies around and attacks enemies with a machine gun, a deployable barrier shield, and a digiclone that simultaneously distracts enemies and dishes out damage, and which Zane can teleport to switch places with. Black the Beastmaster. Black is a wandering robot who always brings one of their 3 loyal pets into battle to buff stats and attack enemies. Their action skills let them send forth dive bombing rack, teleport gamma burst irradiated pets through rifts, and even temporarily become invisible while moving faster and regenerating health. And finally, Mose the Gunner. Mose is a battle-hardened former Vladov army soldier who specializes in mechanized combat. She uses an action skill to digistruct and climb into her bipedal tank, Iron Bear, which is hardpoint suitable for mixing, matching, and mounting high-velocity railguns, rapid-firing miniguns, semi-automatic grenade launchers, flamethrowers, pneumatic fists, and homing rocket launchers. Skill trees are also bigger and better than ever. Each character has 3 skill trees with many unique special abilities, and even equipable skills. These dynamically alter the way you play and are more in-depth than ever before. Borderlands 3 also makes changes to the loot system. Remember when you get mad when people stole your loot? Well, that's all changing with the ability to turn on loot instancing. With this turned on, only you will see the loot on screen, so no one can steal it. No more loot ninjas. Of course, you still have the option to use the traditional loot system. They've also introduced the Lost Loot Machine, which finds its home aboard Sanctuary 3. Did I mention Sanctuary 3 is now a spaceship? And the loot machine will spit out all the loot you missed up to a capacity which can be increased by purchasing upgrades. Keeping with the theme of playing with others, Borderlands 3 introduces the new level sync system, which makes the experience scale for each individual player. So no matter who you are playing with, you will always deal meaningful damage, and the loot drops will be of your level, rather than the lower level of your pal that you've been carrying the whole time. Borderlands 3 also takes the series to places it hasn't gone before, to Pandora and beyond. As we progress through the campaign, we will travel to many different planets, each with their unique atmosphere and enemies. We have Eden 6, a backwater swampland of a planet and family home of the Jacobs clan. Eden 6 is covered by lush greenery and stagnant waters, dotted with occasional settlements and the rusted hulks of crashed spaceships. Civilization has never fully taken hold here, and indigenous dangers including ravenous saurians and semi-sentient jabbers effectively rule the planet. As if you didn't already have enough to worry about, the Children of the Vault have a presence here as well. Athenas, a misty, tranquil planet that has recently attracted the wrong kind of attention. Athenas is mostly uninhabited, save for a sect of monks known as the Order of the Impending Storm, who have made their home in the high peaks of the mountains. What secrets do they guard inside ancient walls that were built long before humans set foot on Athenas? Promethea, home to the Atlas Corporation headquarters. Promethea is a metropolitan world covered in futuristic towers of chrome and glass. A recent siege by Maliwan has turned the urban environment into a war zone. Their mechanized infantry patrol the streets. Rodent insect hybrids known as ratchets infest the sewers and back alleys, and the Children of the Vault are seizing the opportunities to recruit displaced and disgruntled citizens. Atlas CEO Reese Strongfork is getting desperate. Speaking of Atlas, all Borderlands 2 weapon manufacturers are making a return, except for Bandit. That is being replaced by Children of the Vault weapons, which is similar to Bandit as they are makeshift weapons created by the followers of the main antagonist, the Calypso twins. Weapons in Borderlands 2 also sport multiple firing modes, adding an extra layer to how you approach combat and weapon handling. Torque weapons can switch between regular and sticky projectiles, dull weapons can switch between alternative burst patterns, melee one can change between 2 elemental types, Atlas shoot tracker tags, and much, much more. All weapon manufacturers have their own personalities. Circle of Slaughters make their return, but this time they are all run by Mr. Torg himself, each run consisting of 5 rounds and good rewards. There is also the addition of the newly added Proving Grounds. Proving Grounds are races against the clock, tasking you with blitzing your way through 3 areas filled with baddies and beating a boss in 30 minutes or less. If you complete your chosen trial quickly and efficiently, you'll earn better bounties, and for even greater rewards you can complete bonus objectives, like beating the Proving Grounds without dying, completing it with a certain amount of time remaining, or managing to find and eliminate an elusive fallen guardian who roams the area. The chest that awaits at the end of the Proving Grounds always contains valuable loot, but you'll need to display true mastery if you want the best rewards. There have also been changes to the end game with the addition of Guardian ranks, which is similar to Badass ranks in Borderlands 2, but provide even more of a bonus. Guardian ranks are unlocked after completing the main campaign and will be increased by gaining experience. Each time you rank up, you unlock a Guardian token, which you can spend to unlock bonus stats across 3 distinct trees. Spending a Guardian token lets you choose one option from a total of 6 randomly selected stats, 2 from each tree, from a total list of 17 helpful varieties. There is the Enforcer, Survivor and Hunter tree, and I have to say, the abilities look pretty powerful. In the end game, we also have another new thing to look forward to, which is Mayhem Mode. Mayhem Mode has the power to change the entire universe of Borderlands 3. Upon completing the story campaign, you'll activate a mysterious terminal aboard Sanctuary 3 that can enable 3 difficulty levels: Mayhem 1, Mayhem 2, or Mayhem 3. Taking on one of these Mayhem modes ups the ante on risks and rewards across all worlds. Enemies get increased health, shields and armor, while you get bonus cash, iridium, experience gains, and chances for better loot. When Mayhem Mode is activated, there will be more badass enemies and even some anointed ones. But with this, of course, also comes better gear and even anointed weapons, which provide buffs to your action skill. But that isn't all. Each time you visit a planet, a randomly selected Mayhem mod will be applied, which alters how combat in that area plays out, where enemies can be more resistant to a certain element or damage type, among other things. Different, more challenging mods will be applied once you move through the Mayhem modes, but again, you have a chance at getting better loot. So, that's all for this video. Let me know in the comments what new thing you are most excited for. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.